Welcome! Today we will crochet a fingerless gloves with a bow. This is how it looks at the end. So let's get started. We will use a multicolor yarn, it's called Fashion. You can buy this yarn ball in grams or kilograms. We'll use a size 3 hook. If you didn't find this brand, you can use any multicolor yarn with density similar to this one. We'll start with a chain of 35 stitches. The length of the chain should exactly surround this part of the hand at the beginning of the fingers. And this will be the size of the starting part of the glove. It's preferable to start the glove at this part, not at the wrist, as this way it'll be easier to wear the glove. Because the starting chain gets taut and it won't be comfortable with time. So it's better to start the glove at this part. As we said, we'll start with a chain of 35 stitches. Then we join the first stitch with the last one with a slip stitch. We made a ring, so the body of the glove will be a number of circled rounds. Chain 1 and start the first round, and it will be single crochets. We'll do 1 single crochet in each chain. As we said, all of this round will be single crochets. A full round, doing 1 single crochet in each of the chain stitches. Last one, and we finish the round at the starting point with a slip stitch. Now we finish the first round, and as we said, it was 1 single crochet in each chain stitch. So the starting chain was 35 stitches, and we joined it with a slip stitch to form a ring. Then we did 1 single crochet in each chain, and this was the first round. Now chain 2, as we'll do a half double crochet. The rest of the glove will be half double crochets. We only did the first row with single crochets, but the rest of the glove will be half double crochets. The first part of the glove, which starts at the beginning of the fingers to the beginning of the thumb finger, will be rows of same count of stitches of half double crochets. This part will be 7 rounds. All of them will be half double crochets. In each stitch we'll do 1 half double crochet. All rounds are the same count of stitches. We'll do 7 rounds, this number fits the size of this part of the hand. From the beginning of the fingers to the beginning of the thumb. So we'll continue the same way, doing 1 half double crochet in each stitch. This part will be 7 rounds, all are done the same way. Now we finished 7 rounds of half double crochets. Each round is the same count of stitches as the others, doing 1 half double crochet in each stitch. Now we've gotten to the beginning of the thumb and we need to open a slot for it. So we'll do a chain around the finger, and we'll skip stitches in this part that we won't work in. So we'll do the chain around the finger and we'll continue the glove around it. The chain will be 14 stitches. "13, 14. Now count 7 stitches, 1 2 3 4 5 7 stitches. And we'll join the chain at the 7th stitch with a slip stitch. So now as we can see we made a slot for the thumb. We did the chain so it goes around the thumb. And all of the next rounds will be done the same way, all the way around including the chain we did for the thumb. And this will be the slot for the thumb. We'll start doing the first half double crochet directly without doing any chains. And we'll work this part all the way same count of half double crochets. 1 half double crochet in each stitch, until we get to the beginning of the chain and then we go around it. So now we'll continue the round until we get to the chain of the thumb. Doing 1 half double crochet in each stitch. This is the last half double crochet and we'll start working on the chain. The first round in this chain will be single crochets. Just after the last half double crochet we'll do a single crochet in the first stitch in the chain. So here we completed 7 rounds of half double crochets. We started the whole thing with a chain of 35 stitches, which length was the same as the width of this part of the hand. The first round was single crochets, and then we did 7 rounds of half double crochets that fit this size of this part. And when we got to the thumb we needed to open a slot so we can wear the glove. We did a chain of 14 stitches and joined it at the 7th stitch. So we skipped the first 7 stitches in the chain. And at the 7th stitch we connected it to the glove body with a slip stitch. After we connected the chain we worked our way with half double crochets until we got the beginning of the chain. Then we started working into the half double crochets directly without doing any chains. And we continued the half double crochets until we reached the other end of the chain. And after we connected the chain we continued the round with half double crochets. And when we've gotten to the chain we started working single crochets. So now we're doing a full round and the chain is included in it. But this round we're working single crochets. So the part at the beginning of the thumb will be similar to part at the beginning of the fingers. The first round here was single crochets and so we'll do a round of single crochets here as well. Now we'll continue the round of single crochets in the chain. and we'll finish the whole round with a slip stitch. Now as we can see, we made a slot for the thumb. We started this part with 14 chains. Then we skipped 7 stitches and joined them at the 7th stitch. Without doing any chains, we worked our way directly, doing 1/2 double crochet in each stitch, until we've gotten to the other end of the chain. We started working single crochets in the chain. And this will be the only round of the thumb part that we'll work with 1/2 double crochets. Now we'll do an important step. We'll do decreases in the next 5 rows. We'll start decreasing because this part of the hand is getting smaller. So we need to decrease the width of the wrist so the glove will be tight at this part. First we'll chain 2 and then we'll do a decrease at the first 2 1/2 double crochets. Now we'll start the first round in this part, just after we finish the previous round, in which we included the single crochets row of the thumb part. So we'll start the first decrease in this round to narrow the width of this part of the glove. We chained 2 and did a decrease at the first 2 1/2 double crochets and then continue the round. After this decrease we'll do individual stitches, 1/2 double crochet in each stitch, and continue the round until we get to the beginning of the thumb part. Now we've gotten to the last 2 stitches before the thumb part. We'll do another decrease at the last 2 stitches, just as we did at the beginning of the round. This will be the only round that we'll do a decrease before the thumb part and another one after this part too. But in the next 4 rounds we'll do only 1 decrease in each round, not 2. Because we need the decrease to be done gradually. We don't want to do too much decreases so this part would be tighter than it should. So the decreases will almost match the increasing of the count of stitches in the thumb part. And we'll also adjust the wrist and make it fit. It's according to the size we want. If we needed to tighten the glove at this part, we can do 1 more round with a decrease. Or we can do 2 decreases in the second round instead of 1. It's not a fixed number, we can make any changes we see necessary to get the desired size for the glove. So it's flexible, we can make more decreases if we wanted. Now after we did the decrease at the 2 1/2 double crochets before the thumb part, we'll start working on the thumb part, but we'll work with individual 1/2 double crochets. One 1/2 double crochet in each stitch. And we'll continue the round all the way around the glove, including the thumb part as well. Then we finish the round at the starting chains. And finish the whole round. Now let's check our work, and as we can see, this is the slot we did for the thumb, and this is the starting part. So we'll continue the rest of the rounds doing a decrease in each one to lessen the size of this part. Now for the next round. So as we said, we started with a full round going around the glove including the thumb part. Then we did decreases at the next round, and this is the only round we'll do 2 decreases. One before the thumb part and another one after this part. As we can see here at the beginning of the round after the thumb part. And another one here before we finish the round, so we did a decrease here and another one here. Now for the next 4 rounds we'll do only 1 decrease for each round. And we'll do it here before we start working in the thumb part. So now we'll start this round with individual stitches. Doing 1/2 double crochet in each stitch. Until we get to the thumb part, and before we start working in it we'll do the decrease here. Now we'll do individual stitches. Now we've gotten to the last 2 stitches before the thumb part. And before we continue the round in this part, we'll do a decrease, joining these 2 stitches together. This will be the only decrease in this round, and then we'll continue individual stitches for the thumb part. And finish the round with a slip stitch. I'll explain the decrease part again. After we did this chain part and we did a whole round including the slot we did for the thumb, we did the first round and the thumb part was done with single crochets. And the rest of the round from the beginning until this part was done with half double crochets. After we finished the first round including the chain of single crochets we did for thumb, then we continued doing full rounds of half double crochets. We started this round with a decrease, joining 2 stitches together. And when we got the chain part, before we start working around it we did a decrease here as well. We continued the round to the end and started the next round without a decrease. As we said, the previous round was the only round that has a decrease at the beginning of the round. And another one before working around the thumb part. So as we can see there are 2 decreases, before and after the thumb. The next round was the second round with a decrease. And we'll do another 3 rounds with a decrease in each one. No decrease at the beginning of the round, we did the decrease before we start the thumb part. We'll do these 3 rounds the same way. First we chain 2 and then we do 1/2 double crochet in each stitch. And before we get to the thumb we'll do a decrease at the last 2 stitches. As we said, we'll do another 3 rounds with a decrease. Again, the decreases are not fixed, we can do it at any number to fit the hand size. If we wanted this part of the glove to be smaller, we can do 2 decreases in 2 rounds instead of 1 round. Or 3 if we needed more. And we can do 6 rounds with decreases instead of 5. So we'll do any number we want to fit the size of the wrist so it won't be too loose. Also, if we did too much decreases that tighten the glove more than it should, we can make decreases in 4 rounds instead of 5. Or we can do any number we see fit. So this is the 3rd round with a decrease. As we said, it will be only 1 decrease. Only in first round of these 5 rounds we did 2 decreases. So we'll continue the 3 rounds the same way. All stitches are individual except for the decrease at the last 2 stitches before the thumb part. So now, as we can see, we completed this part. So the first round in this part was a full round including the single crochets chain we did in the thumb part. Then we did 5 rounds with decreases. We did 2 decreases at the first round. A decrease at the beginning of the round and another one before the thumb part. Then we did only 1 decrease in each of the next 4 rounds. We did it at this part here before the thumb. As we see, the decreases caused this part to be tightened enough to fit the wrist size. Now we'll continue the length of the glove by doing 4 more rounds but without any decreases. There won't be any decreases after the 5 rounds we did. As we said, the decreases should be made to fit the size of the wrist. We can make this part loose or tight according to the wrist size. Now we'll continue 4 rounds with individual stitches. These are the last rounds. As we said, the last 4 rounds are all individual stitches. There won't be any decreases, 1/2 double crochet in each stitch. We can do more than 4 rounds for this part to increase the length of the glove as we see fit. So we'll continue 4 rounds of individual stitches, 1/2 double crochet in each stitch. After this part the glove will be finished and we'll start making the bow. Now we completed the last 4 rounds and the glove is finished. As we said, the last 4 rounds were individual stitches, 1/2 double crochet in each stitch. Now we'll start making the bow that'll be attached to the glove. We'll use a yarn called Dolly's Baby Best to make the bow. And we'll use a size 3 hook. The starting chain will be 19 stitches. Now we finish the 19 stitches, skip the first 3 and we'll do a double crochet in the 4th stitch. The bow will be 4 rows of double crochets. 4 rows all done the same count of stitches. We're working our way into the chains, doing 1 double crochet in each stitch. We'll do 3 more rows the same way as this one, 1 double crochet in each stitch. All stitches we did so far, single crochet or chain stitch or 1/2 double crochet or the double crochet. All of these stitches are demonstrated in detail in Crochet Basics videos on our channel. This is the last chain and we did the last double crochet in this row. Now chain 3 for the new row and work our way as usual, doing 1 double crochet in each stitch. This is the second row and we'll do 2 more rows, so the bow will be 4 rows of double crochets. Now we've completed 4 rows of double crochets. We started with a chain of 19 stitches. Skipped the first 3 and did a double crochet in the 4th stitch. Then we started working 1 double crochet in each chain stitch. We did 4 rows the same way, 1 double crochet in each chain stitch. Now we'll make the part at the center of the bow that will split it into 2 halves. We'll do 6 chains, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Skip the first 3 and do a double crochet in the 4th stitch. The second stitch. And the third. Now we have 3 stitches plus the starting chain, so that's 4. Now we'll start the second row. Doing 1 double crochet in each stitch, we'll do the same count of stitches. The third row. We have the 4 stitches, this is the first row and this is the second and the third. We'll do another row the same count, 4 stitches as well. We started this part with 6 chains, skipped the first 3 and did a double crochet in the 4th one. And also in the 5th and 6th, so we have 4 stitches. And we did the same in the 4 rows. Now we'll attach this part to the bow. We'll make a ring that splits the bow at the center. And we'll connect the first end of this part to the other end to form a ring. We'll connect each 2 opposite stitches with a single crochet. We've connected the first 2 stitches and now to the next 2. As we can see, we'll connect these 2 stitches with a single crochet. And the next 2 stitches, we'll connect them with a single crochet as well. The last 2 stitches, also connect them with a single crochet. So now we've placed this part at the center to form the bow shape. As we said, this part was 4 rows. Each row was 4 stitches. We started it with 6 chains and then we connected each 2 opposite stitches at both ends to form a ring. Connecting each 2 opposite stitches with a single crochet. And now we did the bow. We'll use a needle and a thread to attach the bow to the glove. Now we've attached the bow to the glove using a needle and a thread. We also did the second one the same way. And now we've completed the glove. If you liked this video, don't forget to like and share. And if you have any question, write it in the comments. Subscribe now if you want to get all our new videos. Thank you.